Okay, guys. This is like take 20. It's kind of hard to talk about this stuff. Okay, so before I start the video, I want to talk about why the channel has been so dead. Okay, so dead in terms of actual good content. You know, the kind of stuff you guys actually subscribed for. You know, how do you get good at ADC? How do you get good at ADC? Montages, you know, that kind of stuff. But instead, I've been kind of putting out like gameplay and coaching, very low effort stuff. So, and to be honest, a lot of it has to do with, you know, season 10. It was kind of a disaster. I know it was like, you know, 7-8 months ago, but honestly, I'm still feeling the effects of, you know, season 10. Honestly, I wanted to quit League last year, and there were some streams. There are some streams last year where it was so miserable playing bot that I like dreamt about just applying to McDonald's like down the street, like literally anything but League. It was actually insane. I was losing my mind. Okay, and like quarantine definitely did not help. But yeah, season 11 has been much better, but somehow I kind of haven't found that spark that I had when I first started making these kinds of videos. And I think it's pretty obvious, you know. And I've been trying to work on YouTube, but not for the fun of it, but rather for the monetization, right? You know, since it's my job, it's my livelihood, I have to think about the money part of it. It's really ironic because the more I try to make money off YouTube videos, the worse I do, right? It's like finding a girlfriend, you know. The more desperate you are, the more the girls can tell, right? So, you know, the more desperate I am to kind of make videos that people want to click on, the worse the videos are, in my opinion, at least. Okay. So I kind of, you know, I've kind of been tackling with this idea, or struggling with YouTube for quite a while. And, you know, today and yesterday, I kind of had like a eureka moment, just like, you know what, fuck it, right? Just gonna make YouTube videos for fun again. You know, fuck, who cares if no one watches them, right? You know, let's just go back to our roots, to where we're just making content we think is good, or I'm making content I think is good, royal we, or for whatever reason, and hopefully you guys enjoy and or learn. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't do any of that shit. Okay, I just want you guys to think of me when you win your solo queue games, okay? And to, I guess, say hi if you see me in your games. You know, maybe you get to my elo, you better say something. You know, you better say something, especially if you get higher elo than me. You better giga say something, okay? Better be like, oh, I owe everything to Saber. But yeah, I think that's kind of where I've been at. And yeah, and in terms of today's video, I guess the inspiration for today's video comes from me picking up the game back again. So if you haven't known, I've been struggling with some health issues, okay, since April. Since when we won Twitch Rivals, I was you know, like dry heaving. I had like some stomach issues, throwing up, where it was kind of debilitating, right? I couldn't really like stream or play or whatever. Well, there's this stuff happening to me on the daily, and it's getting better. It's getting better, which is why you see me streaming a lot more and or attempting to make YouTube videos. But I did kind of, I did kind of have like a little episode during take number 1 of this video. But hey, nobody saw it, so yeah, we good. But yeah, basically that's why I haven't been playing, but I've been playing again, and as you can see, I've been getting dumpstered, okay? Absolutely trash, giga inting all my games, okay? And the reason why I'm making this is because I was watching these replays, and I figured it out, right? I was watching some Reckless streams, and I was comparing it to my replays. Oh my god, there's fucking insect in here. And I figured it out, and this is it, clicking for me. It clicked, guys. Okay, I know what to do, and I'm here to show you an example of what I'm doing and how to reproduce it and get better. Okay, the title of the video will be something like something about laning phase. It's really important that you learn this concept for the laning phase because it will dictate the rest of your game. Let's get into the examples. Okay, so I have for you several examples here. Let me show you what this video is supposed to prevent. Okay, so this is a classic. Let's mute this for a bit. This is a classic, right? Let's fast forward here. Okay. Oh yes, you guys love this one. You guys DM me about this one, guys. Oh yo, you know exactly what's about to happen. If you're an ADC main, you've seen this movie 1,000 times. Oh my god, they're all on. Team, do something. Holy shit. Okay, that's example number 1. Okay. This is example number 2. Oh, you love these, bro. Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. Okay. This is example number 2. Oh, dying XD. But okay, let's get this part. Yes. This is one of my favorites. Okay, if your gameplay looks like this is one of my favorites, and by favorites I mean it's fucking misery. Okay, so what you're about to see here is something you are all guilty of. You know, you're peer pressured to help something that you don't even know is good. You don't even know if this is good, but fuck it, we're just gonna fight because the team wants to, and Ziggs has no flash, so let's go, right? This is what you guys have all seen this movie. This is the sequel of the last one, right? Get Fucked Part 2 as ADC. Get Fucked as ADC Part 2, okay? And it's actually just a disaster. It's just depressing, okay? The third one. My personal favorite, okay? My personal favorite, okay? This is the end of the trilogy. Okay, this is the end of the trilogy. Check this one out. Let me see if I can find a better starting point. Oh my goodness, this is my favorite. Okay. Yes. Any moment now. You guys know exactly what I am talking about. Let's go fight for the pink word. Woo! Holy shit, they're junglers here and Alistar headbutts him into me. Fuck this game, let's uninstall. He's killing me under the fucking tower. And it's an F15, okay? So, what I am teaching you today is going to prevent all these situations from happening. It's like magic, okay? It better be like magic, otherwise you should downvote this video, okay? So, let me start the replay and talk to you about what I call map-based decision-making, okay? And it sounds really stupid, right? You're like, dude, shouldn't your decisions be based off the map? Isn't that normal, right? You might be asking. You're right, it is normal. And you know what else is normal? It's normal for ADC mains to not have a brain, okay? So, the issue with decision making for most League players is that they make their decisions based off what they see here on the screen, okay? And in fact, if you made your decisions based off the screen in the last 3 examples I just showed you, you would have seen nothing wrong. It looks fine, right? Only by looking at the map will we be able to tell what is actually going on here. And we're gonna go back and revisit those 3 examples at the end of the video and see if you can spot, after practicing this stuff with me today, this map-based decision making, if you can spot what is wrong with those 3 clips. Okay, you can also rewind if you really want to, but let's go through it together at the end of the video. Okay, so let's talk about map-based decision making. So the idea is that we are only gonna make our decision based off the information we get on the map. For example, the Graves is top, our jungle is pathing bot. Does it mean anything for us currently? Not really, right? But we know that, you know, we're not going to change what we're doing right now, but, you know, you should know Graves is top, you know, it is pathing bot, right? And, you know, we're going to get the bot crab, and Graves is going to get the top crab, and, you know, all that good stuff, right? Unless something crazy happens here. So you'll notice that, you know, as I'm like lasting these minions, we will be looking at the map quite frequently. Okay, in fact, the game is first played on your map and second played on your screen. It's only played on your screen first when you are learning how to play the game. You have no idea what these champions do. You gotta press your buttons, okay? Once you've gone that stage, past that stage of the game, those of you with a lot of games played or higher elo, like maybe like platinum above, right? This kind of stuff. You guys know what these champions do, and you have decent mechanics, and you can press buttons. Then you need to know how to play the game on the map by reading the map. Okay, you need to read the map, read the map, read the map. Okay, so here, for example, we're helping Lilia get the crab, and then we see Graves gank mid. What should you do here? Should you roam? Why or why not? Right? And of course, you should goddamn roam, because the wave is bouncing back bot, so you're not gonna lose any minions, right? And they're you know, if we have a timer to help mid, we should, right? And here's the thing: Graves and Xerath should know this. They should see us leaving bot, but they don't have a brain. They don't have eyes. They can't look at the map for whatever reason. So Lilia and Lee Sin just stall time for us to get here, and we get the kill. We're not roaming to get the kill. We're roaming to help the fight. But it just so happens that it's a kill because they don't look at their map. Think about that. The gank, our roam mid does not work until Graves proves that he doesn't have eyes and he didn't look at the map. For example, those Hecarim ganks bot, Olaf ganks bot, do not work unless you prove that you have no eyes and you don't know he's coming. Then you're fucking dead, okay? It's not physically, look at this, check it out. It's not physically impossible for them to escape, right? All they have to do is chunk Lee and back off. No problem, no problemo. They pulled bot, you know, their Thresh and Ezreal got some breathing room, right? They pulled Lilia mid, right? And Lee Sin got chunked. It's great. Everyone's happy, right? Except that they are fighting him with the intention of killing him. They're fighting to the death because, you know, they don't know we're on the way. That's the important part. If they know we're on the way, he would dash out and we would have wasted hella time. Okay? That's the key part, the eureka moment in these clips is gonna be knowing what's gonna happen before it happens. Knowing who's moving before they move. Okay, so let's fast forward here. So we're going back bot here, right? And Graves is spawning. Oh, actually, for context, Lilia pad top and helped kill Renekton. It's funny because Shen just solo kills Renekton here. Spoiler alert. But we head back bot, right? After getting our free kills, or our free kill, so to speak. And we're receiving the wave that they're currently pushing. And you'll notice something very interesting, right? They're forcing on us bot. That's interesting, right? Why are they forcing on us bot? Oh, that's strange. Why is Suicide fighting us? That's crazy, huh? If you want to know why Ezra didn't kill me, it's because he missed his W. He put it on Maokai for whatever reason. He could have W flash into E on me, right? You guys, my viewers would know that, right? You know, a lot of Ezra damage comes from W. Playmaking comes from W, right? So, they Suicide fought bot, right? That's interesting because on your screen, they're just griefing. You're right, they're just griefing. But you'll notice something interesting here if we pause. Because most of you guys are going to want to push the lane and crash into tower. After you kill them bot. Every time. Without fail. You will do it. Every single time. Because on your screen, they're dead. Okay? And then you want to push so that they lose the minions. Yadi-da. La-di-da. Right? And the issue with this is that you didn't look at the map. Because Graves has been coming from base. Right? He died mid. And then he spawned. And then Lilia ganked top, and we double kill bot, and Graves could be anywhere right now. By that time, all we know is that he's not at chickens because there's no chickens, and we have a ward there. So, is he top or is he bot? What do you guys think? And you guys know where I'm going with this. Of course, he's fucking bot, right? So, what should we do here? We should, you know, maybe not push this wave because he's just gonna kill us, right? And you might be like, oh shit, you know, he's just, oh shit. Holy fuck, he just kills us here. It's unplayable. Actually, it's not unplayable. Because if I knew he was coming, we could have held W. Right? We could have held volley. Right? Now, this is the eureka moment. I've told you, this is the eureka moment, right? You can push this. If you know Graves is coming, this is not physically impossible to push. Right? It's not physically impossible. If I hold volley, if I hawkshot him, but I put the volley on the minions, proving that I don't have a brain or a map, and thus giving him a kill, okay? I want you to think these situations are not physically impossible until you prove that you didn't have eyes and you didn't see him for whatever reason. You didn't know he was coming for whatever reason, okay? It's very important, okay? Map-based decision making. Everything you do should be based off the information you can get on the map. And if you think he's coming, you should hold abilities for him and or escapes, or if you can't beat him, if he shows up, you gotta leave, right? Anyways, let's keep going. So let's fast forward a bit. And we see that Lily is ganking top. So what does that mean for us bot? Right? It means Graves could be bot. Right? Because we did see him pull the dragon and go up towards wolves. Right? And so we have located the junglers. Now, the other trick to looking at the map is after you look at the junglers, you need to look at the mid lane. What is happening mid? Lee pushed in mid. Okay? So Lily's going top, Graves could be bot, and our mid is coming bot. And Xerath cannot respond. So, as you see, I am waiting for my Maokai here, right? Because you need to wait for your support. Don't 1v2, okay? Hopefully we're past the basics here. Hopefully we're past the, don't 1v2 when your support's not in lane part. But yes, don't 1v2 when your support's not in lane, okay? And then when your support is nearby, then you can start baiting. And also, we maybe skip the step. Your Lee is ganking, and their Graves is counter ganking. What do you think? Is this okay? And if you think it's fine, you should fight it. If you think it's not fine, you don't fight it. But the important part is you know that Graves could be here. Okay, so here, if you want to learn how to bait, just pretend to go for the minions like an idiot, and then dodge his hook. But yeah, that's kind of the. You can see me dodging the S0 Q as well, but you get the idea, right? And then here we kill him, and we look at the map. Okay, Graves is top. Xerath is missing from mid. Okay, it's Xerath ulti time, baby. Oh, he would just show back mid, so it's not Xerath ulti time, right? You see how that works? We're looking at the map to determine what we're supposed to do on the screen. The map gives you the context on how the stuff on the screen is supposed to play out. Okay, it's very important. So to give an example earlier, when Graves is ganking mid, right? He's ganking mid, so he's fighting mid, but the context is that Ashe and Maokai are coming up towards him, so he can't fight to the death. He needs to peace out, right? So here we push in base, right? After we kill them, we get a nice reset here, right? You guys know how to do this, right? It's pretty obvious. So coming back to lane, la di da. So coming back to lane here, okay? And we're just chilling, right? And you can see me typing in chat. We're ahead of them at XP, right? So we're gonna hit level 6 first. So we're pulling the wave and then preparing a slow push so we can hit 6 before them and engage. That's a classic if you didn't know. And Lily's playing on our side. So what does that mean for us? Well, we don't really know. We're just chilling. Nothing really concrete. We're just farming. Oh, we see Graves. So we know Graves is bot side. Interesting. It's still just chilling, okay? And then now we're approaching 6 here, right? Now we're approaching our level 6 play, and we're trying to see what Graves is up to. So here you'll see me spot Graves, and he's making a mid play. So what does that mean for us? If Graves is making a mid play, it means that bot is 2v2. Okay, bot is 2v2, okay? And how does that change anything? Well, if bot wasn't 2v2, then us getting arrow off this minion, 6 off this minion and arrowing them doesn't make as much sense unless we're trying to bait a gank with no flash, right? But in this case, if it's 2v2, I can hit 6 and immediately fire arrow because we have level 6 advantage, which is what we do, right? So the crazy part about League is that a lot of it isn't really mechanics, right? It's actually just knowledge, right? Prediction, being able to read the future, right? We know we want to fight because we're 6 and their jungler's not here. Okay, it's we see Graves. Can we fight 2v2? Yes, right. That's basically the thought process here, so to speak, right? And here, in terms of like mechanical stuff, just don't get hit by thresh hook as we're fighting them, right? And as to with this S0 play here, it's not I know I'm fighting him to kill him. It's I'm fighting him because I know we're gonna win since our jungler is bot. Okay, we want to trade as much HP as possible. Trade away all the HP so Lilia can finish him off, right? Literally trade away everything because we already saw Graves, right? That's the idea. Basically, the idea behind map-based decision-making is, you know, knowing when you want to fight or not. How do you know if you want to fight or not? This is how you can figure it out. Okay, by looking at the map. Okay, so here this poor dude is getting dove because he traded with me earlier. He traded all the way his HP, right? So now he's just dead, right? He didn't know that Lilia was coming for whatever reason. He's just fucking dead, right? Okay, so after we kill him, oh, I mean, this is some Azerath ulti going on here. We stopped. We saw. Oh shit! Did you see something interesting? Graves is top. Thresh is top. So what do you guys want to do here? I'll give you some time to think about it. What do you guys do here? Okay, what can we get? What can we get bot? What can we get bot? Okay, so we can get the wave, we can get the plate. Is there anything better? And you might be thinking, okay, we can't get dragon because Lilia is really low. Junglers are a scam, okay? They get all their HP back in like 1 second. So check out Lilia's HP here. Ready? Ready, ready? Oh, it's lit. It's lit, bro. It's lit. Yeah, ready? Oh, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. She got all her HP back. It's just smite gap, right? So we can do the dragon as well, okay? And after you do the dragon, then you guys, you know, probably want a base. We can put a ward down too if we want to. It's probably me putting a ward down. Nice, good job me, right? And Thresh is dead, XD. Our top side won the top fight, which is great. So we recall here, right? Probably gonna like fast forward, maybe. Let's just fast forward a little bit, you know. Okay, back to the lane again. We're staring at the map, staring at the map. Staring at the map the whole time. Okay, Lilia's top. Okay, we're just chilling. We're just chilling. And then there's something interesting here. Okay, this is actually, I'm going to show you the advanced trick. Okay, so once you learn that you shouldn't fight if their jungle's bot and your jungle's top, then you can learn how to break those rules. Okay, I will show you how to break those rules right now. So what I'm about to do is called pulling the jungler. I call it pulling the jungler. Okay. Other phrases you've heard before is absorbing pressure, right? Baiting a gank. Any and all of these are the same thing. We're pulling pressure from the enemy jungler. Okay, and we know Lilia's top, and we know that Graves is bot because I just hawk shot his jungle, right? So unless he's on the Rift Herald or something, he's bot. Okay, so why in God's name am I fighting here? Does anyone know the answer? Does the classroom know the answer? Why am I fighting here? And it's not because I didn't know he's here. I know he's here. As you can see, I prepared arrow. I prepared flash, right? I know he's here. We chilling, right? So why am I, you know, somehow it looks like I'm wasting ulti and flash, right, guys? Doesn't it look like I'm just wasting ulti and flash? Does anyone? So see if you can figure out the answer before I tell you by watching the next like 10-15 seconds. Okay, now that you see for yourself, it's not an int. Let's go back and let me show you what's happening. Okay, realistically speaking. So by pulling the gank, right? Pulling the gank means you are getting their jungle to show up. So what does that mean? It means that your jungle can now do something, right? So classic examples are, you know, enemy jungle gank spot, your jungle invades his top side, right? So by getting the Graves to show up, we're giving Lilia an opportunity to do something. Okay, so here's some examples. She can, you know, farm and gank mid, dive mid. She can go do the Rift Herald. Oops, sorry. She can go do the Rift Herald. She can go top, dive top, right? And the classic is come counter bot, right? And in this case, Lee Sin is able to push in mid because Lilia is hovering mid, right? Xerath can't push out. It's not possible. His jungle is bot. So they are using this information to come counter bot, right? Lilia and Lee Sin are making a beeline straight towards, you know, the bot lane, right? To come counter. And if they didn't, they would have gone top side, right? They would have gone the Rift Herald, right? So they're either going to trade sides, going the other side of the map, the strong side, or they're going to come counter, which is what they're doing here. They're coming to counter, okay? And this is a concept known as I want you to think of it as pulling, absorbing pressure, I guess you could say. But you can't just randomly absorb pressure, okay? The most important part about this absorb pressure part is twofold. One is that you can actually do it without dying, and the other is that your jungler is able to do something, okay? So let's say, for example, Lily is in base. This is trolling because your jungle can't do anything, right? Let's say Lee is getting pushed in. Then hopefully Leah can gank mid, right? But hopefully we can go top side and get something, right? So don't expect like a counter gank, a counter play, right? Bot side, I should say. They will counter top side, right? But that's kind of like the main idea. The guy you're pulling, his counterpart can do something. So if we pulled Xerath, Lee Sin can push mid, for example. If you pull Katarina from mid, your mid Xerath can push mid, for example, okay? I just want to point that out there. When you guys go for the bait plays, you need to know that your teammates are ready to make good use of that, okay? Let's fast forward. Sorry, I'm probably getting a little bit long-winded. I'm a little bit tired. Video is probably getting a little bit long for you guys too. Okay, let's back it up. We saw spoilers, okay? So we killed them bot, and we're hawkshotting for Graves, so we see Graves on the chicken. So we know that it's going to be 1v2 bot. Me versus Thresh and Ezreal, because Maokai is mid, right? So we're just going to push this and then volley the Thresh when he tries to force. Oh, I saw Thresh and Graves topside. So what does it mean for his bot? It is 1v1. Unless Maokai and Lilia decide to dive or something, right? So let's take a look. Right, so we see Maokai moving topside. Like, okay, it's just 1v1. I'm down. Fuck it. Hit the tower. I want to fight him. I got a Vam Scepter. I can trade. Oh, Maokai is diving. How do we know this is good? It's because we saw Thresh and Graves moving top. So it's just a dive straight up. And remember, if you have more people on your side of the map, you want to fight. You want to make something happen, right? So we're not hitting Ezreal to kill him. We're hitting Ezreal because we know it's winning, right? We know at the end of the day it's winning. And you'll see that Ezreal is crazy. He used his E. He's trading back. This is the opposite of what you want to do when you're weak side, so to speak, when you're the one getting forced on, right? So here, we just trade as much as possible and he's just dead. He can't do anything. He's just dead. And this is how you prevent this kind of stuff, is you need to recognize what is happening by looking at the map. He needs to recognize, I mean, I'm just trolling him here. That's a little bit BM. He needs to recognize that his Thresh and Graves are topside. And our support in jungle have not shown. So he needs to not be at the tower, right? It's really important that you guys get this, okay? So yeah, if you guys don't get this, then what happens is Ezreal is going to happen to you every single game, right? And I'm sure you guys have all experienced this before. It's a natural phenomenon. These people are not planning this stuff. It's just natural to gank, right? Very natural to gank. It's very easy to spot gank ideas, right? In this case, I mean, they're just fucking dying. I don't know what they're doing here. They're just inting, okay? So this is not even decision making. They're just griefing, okay? But yeah, you can see that we crushed the lane without doing anything too complicated. Maybe the fanciest thing was, you know, holding the wave on our side and going 6 and insta arrow for the 2v2. And maybe the other fancy thing was pulling Graves gank with our flash, right? But besides that, you didn't really see me do anything too crazy. This is stuff you guys can do with practice, right? With focus. You guys can do this as well. All you need to do is work on making your decisions based off what you see on the map. If you have no idea what to do in lane, you need to look at the map to find out. You see, we saw that Thresh is topside, right? Okay, it's just Ezreal bot again, right? Ezreal and question mark Graves. Graves is not bot because there's no camps. There's no way, right? So you can see me and Leah trying to gank his ass, right? And you can see that even though we're not going to kill him, we are trying to do something because we know that fighting is winning, right? Because we have more people. Look, I mean, I'm like trying my hardest to like do something here, right? Like, look at this, right? We're actually trying to force on him. Think about it this way. When you have more people, you're trying to be the one to force. Like, look at this. I'm actually trying to be a psycho here. And I know lane is technically over, but let's just watch until I base, I guess, right? So yeah. And then oh, Grave showed top, and we know it's Thresh from base, right? Because he just spawned. If we were staring at our map the whole time, Thresh from, oh my god, oh my god, Xerath, is that Xerath? Xerath TP mid. Oh my god, he doesn't give a fuck about bot. I guess he gives up on bot, right? So yeah, and then you'll probably see us probably base here. Oh my god, that guy almost died. We're gonna base here probably because you know, you're like, oh, maybe we should do the dragon. Well, if you're jungle based, you should probably not do the dragon, right? Remember, your jungle usually tells us what we're doing here in terms of a game plan. right? Wow, we actually went to catch mid. I'm a greedy boy. Yeah, I'm a greedy. Went to catch mid instead of basing here. But I am a rich man, so I guess it's lit, huh? And I guess we're just gonna farm this few, and then we're gonna see the final result. Final result. Wow, they're just all dying. And yeah, all this kind of decision making, right, is kind of snowballed into an unlosable game, almost unlosable game. All right, maybe not super unlosable, but it's pretty unlosable from this point on, right? And the idea is that every good decision you make is like a +1, like +1 on the decision making scale, if that makes any sense. You have +1 score, right? And every bad decision you make is like an int. Okay, so every time you make a good decision, not only did you make a good decision that's good for your team, that helps snowball, but also it prevented you guys from inting. Okay, and if you int, then you are making the enemy team stronger. Not only did you int yourself, you inted the jungler probably, and that jungler will go fuck over every other lane, which is what you can see here. It's giga snowball. Okay, that's why it's really important to learn this concept as an ADC, because bot lane, whoever is fucking feeding bot lane is losing the game, okay? You feed the jungler, you're losing the game. You feed the mid laner, you're losing the game. You've all seen like Katarina eat ADCs bot lane and then go 1v9, right? Or Talon or whatnot, or Olaf or Hecarim. You guys have all seen this, okay? You know it's true, okay? So yeah, just take a look at the scoreboard here and see just how far ahead we are of the enemy bot lane. We didn't do any giga outplay or anything like that. It's just all pure decision making. Okay, hopefully you guys learned something from this video. If you guys want to see me play these games on stream, just check out the stream or something. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a good night. Sorry if it was a little unstructured, but hopefully you guys learned something. Okay, if you want me to do more videos like this or in general, let me know. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Okay guys, I griefed the examples. Let's go back. Let's go rewatch the mistakes, guys. Let's go rewatch the mistakes. I griefed it. Okay, take three. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, we're gonna look at jungle and mid. This is the 4-man, right? We're gonna look at jungle mid and stare at them. Okay, Gwen is here. Okay, mid is pushing in, right? Because Cannons wasn't base. So this is the classic format. They're diving on this timer, guys. They're diving. I'm fucking looking at the shop instead of looking at the map. We're dead here. We all know I'm gonna die at the tower, right? Because Fizz has been moving for 10 years now. Okay, so obviously we're all dead here. There's no real bait here. You can't stay at the tower. Simple, right? Now you guys can tell just by looking at the map what's going on here, right? So let's go to the next one. This is great. This one's great. Okay, so this one's where their mid is here for some reason, right? Check it out. Their mid covered their bot. So mid is literally here. Their jungle was missing, and their bot lane's bot. So obviously we don't want to fight because our mid is mid. But yeah, let's just fucking hit the closest guy. XD, right? So you can see how grief these examples look after what we kind of learned today in the map awareness class. Okay, it's obvious that we should not be fighting 3v4. Super obvious, right? They're the ones who want to force on us. And the classic. Okay, let's just do the classic real quick. So we're trying to fight for the ward, right? Dana wants to fight for the ward, and we know that their jungle is missing. We look at mid seems fine. We look at top seems fine. So it's just a 3v3. Hecarim's behind them. Is this fine? Can we fight for the ward? No. Can't fight for the ward. We're weaker for whatever reason, right? Hecarim was 6, so no, we can't fight for the fucking ward. So you wouldn't walk up and int, okay? You would watch your teammates die, but you wouldn't int with them, okay? And thus we can see how you can see how I'm inting in these 3 examples. You can explain it now. You can literally go in your games and look at the map and look at jungle mid top and be able to figure out what's happening based off the map, right? That's the hope. Okay, so hopefully you guys learned something. If it was unclear, you want me to re-explain it, or we need to make another video, I will. Okay, let me know. Otherwise, have a good night. All right.